Yo, what's going on, guys, man? I'm extremely hungry. Can't wait to go home and eat some sopita de fideos. You know what I mean? Like, this fasting stuff is pretty difficult. So I can only imagine what these boxers are going through. Anyway, man, hopefully you guys are having a great Thursday. I was reading an article on boxing scene, right? And it was a very interesting article. They were talking about piracy, right? And how it's been a continuous issue, and supposedly it's reaching a crisis point. And for some reason, these companies just don't seem to understand is why people pirate certain events. And the reason being, and it's pretty fucking simple, and these are the three main culprits of why people steal pay-per-view events, is before I give you guys a reasoning, it's this. People want to watch these events, but these events and the price of them continue to go up, and the quality just isn't good to justify it. That's the reality, right? That's one of the biggest things. Two, when we purchase a pay-per-view event, we want to be able to have the rights to own it. You see, I can go to the store and buy, I don't know, $85 worth of food, I don't know, some shoes, some jeans, a jacket, and I own it. I can see it. I can wear it multiple times, right? I can buy, I don't know, about 80 patties, right? For like 25 bucks a pop or whatever, 60 bucks a pop for 80 patties and feed essentially 80 people. You get what I'm saying? Pay-per-view, especially how Showtime and PVC do it in HBO, when you would purchase the pay-per-view, you only paid per one view. And then next thing you know, it was blacked out. There was no replay value. And then you would have to basically subscribe to Showtime or HBO so they can show it for free the next following Saturday. We were being hustled as consumers. Whereas if I purchase something, not only do I just not want a receipt, like I want to be able to watch it multiple times, almost damn near right after, and digest it, maybe the next morning of on Sunday. See, when you would buy pay-per-views, you didn't even have the right to own it for the majority of the time. The Zone, they understand that concept. If you purchase it, you can continue to own it as long as you have a DAZN subscription. But that minute that subscription ends and you're no longer enrolled, you can no longer access your account. Therefore, you can't access what you just purchased. You get what I'm saying? And that's why piracy happens. When I purchase, I don't know, some $200 sneakers, I can wear those shoes until they run out, until the bottom of the sole starts to rip. And even then, I can still wear my ripped clothing if I'm doing yard work, if I go out in a run, if I'm going to get dirty out in the rain or in the mud. You get what I'm saying? A lot of these streaming services, they play us for fucking fools. And that's why people steal. Another thing is this. If Canelo is one of the cash cows in boxing, his pay-per-view is $80. But why is Sebastian Fundora and Tim Tszyu also at the same level of $80 as a Canelo fight? They're not the same level of stars. How can you justify the same price? It's like if I own a pair of Shaqs and at Kmart they go for $30, but I'm trying to sell them for $150, like a pair of Air Force Ones owned by Nike and Jordan. The quality of the fighter, the importance and significance and the following of the fighter do not equate to the same level of $80 that pay-per-view should be being sold in the market. I guess it used to be like $54.99, and then it became $59.99. You get what I'm saying? A lot of the time, you got to drop the price on these pay-per-views. And if you don't want to drop the price, you have to entice the seller a false confidence of ownership. Make bundle deals. If you spend $100 on this pay-per-view, not only do you have this pay-per-view and the undercard access to it many times, but here's a fight poster. For $200, not only do you get a fight poster, you get a signed hat from Tank Davis. And the list continues on. Make bundle deals. A lot of these things, fans are fed up with the pay-per-view, like the ubiquity of pay-per-views just to justify the overinflated purses that these fighters get. And guess what? They put on fucking stinkers half the time, right? Because everyone is tuning in, the promotion. And also goes like this. A lot of these promoters and these marketing schemes, they suck at their job. Like, they're horrible at their jobs. Like, there's nothing new under the sun. They do the bare minimum and cry the most and always use the scapegoat. Oh, 20 million people stole this freaking fight. When these promoters are extremely fucking lazy and horrible at their jobs. You have to promote even more so in this social media where you're fighting for the attention span of the youth and people that are scrolling down a feed almost instantly. You have to constantly produce content, and it's very simple nowadays because of the iPhone. You can produce quality content, simple editing skills, right? And make content. I don't know, man, reviewing your previous fight. Imagine Tank Davis having to sit down with Max Kellerman and reviewing his last fight that he had against Ryan Garcia, or reviewing Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney, and just continue to make content and engage with the audience. Why not Tank Davis in a Q&A and he's talking to his fans, as these fans, just try to or a roast or anything like that. A lot of these marketing companies and promoters are horrible at their job. Their production it's terrible. Like, there is nothing new for me to entice as a consumer that I need to see that product. That's what it is. And fans are letting you know, we want to watch these fucking fights, but enough is enough of you guys pimping us out. That's the reality. Yo, Vince Vargas, what's going on to you, brother? Happy Thursday, man. God bless you, bro. Hopefully you're doing well. And hopefully you ate some good food, man. Like, I'm starving over here, bro. I'm drinking a Pedialyte. Got some fresh water with ice, a little dark chocolate. I mean, not dark chocolate, dark coffee with 2 sugars. And I got an Alani, bro. Like, I'm getting bored over here. Nah, Vince goes, agreed, Ricky. I skipped over a few pay-per-views because the cards might not be explosive. Absolutely, man. You have to incentivize these fighters to go for the knockout, to go for the kill, right? And, kind of like the UFC does it, man. You know what I mean? Like, fight of the night, round of the night, upset of the night. Hold on, guys. Let me find my my charger for my computer before it dies out. Even though it's at 72%, man, StreamYard, man, it drains my battery relatively quick. But that's the reality, man. These pay-per-views are getting pirated by fans because enough is enough. Drop the price. Not every single pay-per-view has to be $80. Drop it to $29.99. If you have a $29.99, also sell it to us for $85 and be like, look, bro, the difference between this $50 is you're going to get a Gervonta Tank Davis, I don't know, trading card. For $150, you get a fight poster, the trading card, ownership of the pay-per-view, and you also get, I don't know, a freaking a sticker of the fight. Just something that you can walk around and be like, damn, that's a tangible thing. Again, a lot of the time, like Showtime, right? They've always just gave us one viewing of the event. And then you would have to subscribe to Showtime to watch the replay the next Saturday of. Now, again, it's a good marketing idea for them so they can tune you in. But I just paid $100 for this fucking event. I should be able to rewatch it in the fight party with my friends, my family, and rewatch and replay it, bro. It's crazy. Fans are tired of paying that type of money because we don't own what we just purchased. That's the biggest problem with pay-per-view. Also this, why did it become $85 now? I understand that, people need to get, there's the production team, there's the security staff, all of those things. I understand it, man. But you're exploiting the fans. And that's why piracy is happening. Ever more so now than back in the day. And it was happening back in the day. Anyway, man. So it's a crisis point because every single fight nowadays, like no disrespect, this Saturday, Tank Davis is fighting Frank Martin. Sorry, folks. That's just not a pay-per-view fight. It's a regular fight. Is there something amazing happening that night? Like, who's Frank Martin? He's a contender. Who is Tank Davis? A one-time division champion. Who is David Benavides? Nobody. Who's Alexander Vosdik? A nobody. Is this a mega card? Is this a mega fight? No. Who's Gary Antoine Russell? Some dude that fights once a year. Who's the guy that he's fighting? We don't know these dudes. Carlos Adames just became a champion. Who's he fighting? Terrell Gausha. This is not a stacked card. These people are not known names. Why are you selling us for $90 a pop? It's ridiculous. This is not a pay-per-view event. People want to watch it, but it's not a pay-per-view event. A lot of this shit is a joke. And Tank wants to cry about we talked about it last night a little bit on War Speed's channel, but Tank Davis wants to cry that the promotion has been ass. Don't you have a promotional company, bro? Why can't you hire your homie or a production team to distribute content for you so you can engage with your fans? Bro, this is super simple, and these motherfuckers are so lazy, and they want to charge us an arm and a leg for something that we do not get to own. Like, us fans, we're not stupid. And the fact that we, I don't know, stream certain shit is because we're not dumb. That's just the reality of it, man. Oh, is it stealing? Well, stop exploiting us because it's long overdue. Every single event, if you can justify why this fight should be $85, I'm all fucking ears. I'm all ears. But you can't justify that price point, and you really can't justify why Tank is fighting Frank. After all these years, how come Tank didn't fight Lomachenko, Shakur, Devin? Why didn't Tank fight George Kambosos? He could have became undisputed. After all these years, he's still fighting dudes that are good fighters, but not great. And yet you guys want us to put him as on a pound-for-pound list fighter when he's done the bare minimum. And here's the crazy thing. A lot of these experts have Tank Davis on the pound-for-pound list. A lot of these amazing fighters like Canelo Alvarez and company have Tank on the pound-for-pound list. How, bro? How? Has he fought anybody on a pound-for-pound list? Has he ever been unified? Has he ever been undisputed? Who the fuck has Tank Davis fought for this fight to be on pay-per-view? What are his pay-per-view numbers? Scratch out Ryan Garcia. That is not a microcosm of all of his pay-per-views in the past. That's an anomaly. That was a moment where none of those two dudes were champions. You get what I'm saying? This is not a pay-per-view event. And that's essentially what it is, man. Anyway, Vince goes, agreed, and I'm not ordering it. Same. I'm not going to order it. You know why? Because Subriel Matias versus Leon Paro and all of those is damn near equivalent and probably going to be better than Frank versus Tank. Subriel Matias is a dude that actually fights legit fucking dudes in his weight division and doesn't need to handicap them. Like, this is how dumb Tank is, right? He's going to shit all over Frank, who he's currently fighting right now. And why are you going to shit all over your opponent? See, if Mayweather was super smart, he would always try to sell you that Robert Guerrero or all of these dudes were tough competitors, they undefeated, they champions. He would never down talk his opponent. But Tank, bro, I got spies in your camp. I know who you sparring. The dudes that you're sparring are ass. Your ass. You got no punching power. He's just, bro, like, you're talking down your competition. So why should we give you credit when you knock them out? Make it make sense, bro. It's hilarious. And he doesn't even know that he's doing it. Because that's his level of trash talking. It's hilarious, bro. It's the most ridiculous thing that I've ever seen. And then these fighters want to complain. And then these networks want to complain that people are stealing. No, bro, you're stealing money from my pockets. When I can, for that same $100 that I have to purchase that pay-per-view, I can buy hot dog buns. I can buy bratwursts. I can buy amazing steaks. I can order a bunch of beans and rice to feed like 40 people that are going to come to the fight party. What are you talking about, bro? Drop that shit down to $25, $30. Give us some bundle deals. Give me a Tank Davis, for $250. I will buy the pay-per-view and a Tank Davis signed fucking Pokemon-like card, bro. I'm a fiend for that type of shit. I like to collect things, bro. Newspapers, all that shit. Give me a fight poster. Have Frank and Tank sign it. I'll pay $500 for it, bro. I even laminate it, frame it for me and shit. But you don't even want to do things of that nature. And that's an easy ass come up. ID Medi goes for $250. I buy one of those Ninja Turtles. Dude, like, bro, the crazy thing is these Ninja Turtles are from like the early 2000s or like late 1999. And guess what? They come in a beautiful packaging. I can change their face. I can give them slices of pizza. I can change their grip. Bro, that's a badass fucking toy. Sell me a damn Gervonta Tank Davis action figure with my pay-per-view of $190. I will buy that shit, bro. Give me a Rock'em Sock'em Toy Edition with Tank Davis fighting Frank Martin, red versus blue corner, and let me click the little buttons, bro. I will buy that shit. But no, these promoters, these marketing teams, they're fucking dumb. They lack, I don't know, bro. Like, they're horrible, bro. They're horrible. I just gotta watch my language. But dude, these guys are horrible. There's nothing new under the sun. They don't know how to promote. They don't know how to market. You know what I'm saying? They have no intuition. They're completely separated from the fans and what we expect and what we want. And they play us for fucking fools. That's why people are pirating your content. They're letting you know, and you still don't get the cues. You still do not understand why people are doing that. And all you want to say is, oh, they're stealing from us. When you've been stealing us for like the past 30 fucking years. That's the reality. Sorry, guys. I don't really mean to cuss that often. You know what I mean? Anyway, let me read a little bit of these comments, man. ID Medi goes, hold on. Let me scroll back up. Why does it cut me off doing this thing? Agree, Ricky. I skipped over a few pay-per-views because the cards might not be explosive. Vince Vargas goes, Top Rank has these young fight fans' eyes with the prospects they sign or fan favorites. I'm actually watching your live through Stream East. Bro, that's hilarious. Warp Speed goes, good even fall to one and all. The homie Ricky, Vince Vargas, ID Medi. ID B, hey, that was funny, bro. Vince goes, Warp. ID Medi goes, greetings from Tokyo, Japan. That's where you reside this day. That's awesome, man. I can't wait to pay for Naoya anyways. I can't wait. For $250, I'll buy one of the Ninja Turtles. They sell a Gervonta Tank Davis action figure. You just add sugar to it and you can make it dance. Bro, that's hilarious, man. That's great, dude. This guy has amazing one-liners. Truly Trey, man. Happy Thursday to you, bro. Hopefully everything's going well. And long time. El Pachuco, saludos, bro. Saludos. Yeah, man. That's just the way I look at it. It's like these guys the reporters ask the same questions, and these boxers don't think outside the box. They don't know how to market. And these marketing guys, like, look, man, just like any business, right? You're going to have to lose a lot of money before you start generating profits. That's just the reality. And some of these times, these things aren't going to work in your favor. And it's expensive. I get it. And it's tiresome. But you know what? Fans will appreciate that shit. They appreciate the engagement, the willingness, not only when they purchase a pay-per-view, but hey, guys, thank you guys for purchasing the pay-per-view. For those at home, we're coming up with some great, amazing works. We have signed cards, we have hats, we have, toy figures. And this thing that I'm saying in bobbleheads is nothing new either. Baseball, football, they be doing this stuff. And why can't boxing learn from them? It's a copycat league. Copy the top promotional, sports that are working. Why do they work and why are we having these problems? Look, I think I've talked about this in the past, right? NFL, if they really wanted to, they can sell us the Super Bowl on a pay-per-view. They can sell it to us for $100. And I guarantee you a lot of people would still buy the Super Bowl for $100. To that same token, a lot of people might just stream the Super Bowl. But, the NFL is so fucking smart that they sell us one of the most watched events, live events, for free and usually on local channels. You get what I'm saying? NFL is wising up a little bit. Now they're seeing that Amazon is willing to pay for Thursday Night Football. ESPN has had the rights to Monday Night Football, and Netflix is going to be hosting some Christmas-like games this coming up year. But if they really wanted to, they can sell us, and they're losing out money on the Super Bowl. If they really wanted to, but they don't. No disrespect to Tank Davis, but you're not worth more than a Super Bowl. That's why people don't purchase it. That's why this fight, you want to blame the promotion. But what have you done as the main figure? It's Tank Davis versus this, and everybody's on your undercard. You're not carrying this undercard, bro. You're doing the bare minimum. Like, what have you done? You don't show up to your press conferences. You want to complain. Why can't you hire? There's so many people on YouTube that would produce genuine content on the fly for like pennies on the dollar, just so they can be like, I linked up with Tank. I've been working with Tank, X, Y, and Z. You get what I'm saying? As like interns and shit. And it's very simple, man. It's very simple. Let me see what I'm going to put in the background. Anyway, bro. So that's really all I got to say about pay-per-view and piracy. And it's like, I'm always going to side with the fans, man. And it's very simple. Read the fans. Why are they pirating? And you got to really think to yourself, you have to change the way you stream things and how you engage with the fans. If I buy a pay-per-view, I want to watch it 100 times until I'm sick and tired. When I go to YouTube, I'll listen to my favorite song 1,000, 10 million times before I get sick and tired of it. I might listen to that damn song 25 times in a day just because it's a hot, sunny day, and boom, it's that summer weather, and I'm vibing to it. Same thing with these pay-per-views. Like, man, I can't stress enough how many times I go back and watch Juan Manuel Marquez and Pacquiao fight, especially on the knockout. Bro, I'll be watching that on the shitter. I'll be watching, like, bro, I still can't believe that happened. So what I'm trying to say is, like, man, I hate these promotional companies, man. I really do. Truly Trey goes, these promotional people are just awful. PBC is trash. Top Ranks fights feel figs. The zone is okay, but the top fighters like Canelo and Tank should be able to sell no matter what. I like ID goes, I like the pay-per-view business model that Broner versus Cobbs adopted. I got the fight for free with my Chewy dog subscription. My Chewy puppy subscription. El Pachuco goes, como andas, carnal? Good evening, fall to you. Ready for this weekend's fights. The Davis pay-per-view will sell 50K at best, but the PBC shows will say it's sold over 250K. Yeah, man. Who knows how much about these like market manipulation? And here's another thing, man. These promotional companies, they don't have balls. And that's the reality. Steven Espinoza and all of these dudes, they don't have grit. They don't have toughness. Because if my pay-per-view flopped, I'm going to be like, you know what, folks? I take accountability that this pay-per-view did 15,000 buys. Watch me what I do. I'm going to step that shit up and make it 150K. Next time, hey, guys, we release these numbers. We did 150K. Next time, I'm going to double it. I'm going to sell 300K. And just, like, I'm not going to hide behind, whether it's successful or unsuccessful. Bro, I got the balls to engage with fans. I'm be like, this is what I'm going to do. But these guys don't do that, bro. These guys hide from us. That's why the PBC failed. Because so many times we had so many questions to engage with Al Heyman, and Al Heyman never presented his face. What a coward. See, I'm not a big fan of Eddie Hearn, right? I'm really not. But at least this dude controls the narrative, and he's willing. Bebe, I'll talk to you like in 50, like, I don't know. Just text me, amor. I'm on the live with you guys.
Okay, amor. Love you.
Love you, baby. Mwah.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Papacito.
What was I saying, man? Got a little distracted, folks. Eddie Hearn would go on to all of these YouTube platforms, right? He would go to all of these YouTube platforms, whether it was IFL TV, Seconds Out, and engage with everybody. And I'm talking about long sit downs for like hours, 2 hours. And this dude would do impressions. Why can't Al Heyman, Golden Boy, and all of these people do the same thing? Why can't boxers do that? Imagine having a sit down. Well, I don't know if Tank can carry like an interview for like 2-3 hours, but imagine just like a day in the life of Tank Davis. You know what I mean? Like, but something genuine, or sitting down and just be like, look, bro, like who your favorite fighters? You know what I mean? And let's actually dissect the sparring sessions that you had against Devin and Shakur and engage with the fans. See, a lot of these quote unquote gentleman agreements or these gentleman sports or all these little fake ass fabrications of, oh, we don't review sparring, or here's this NDA, you have to sign it. No cell phones recording during sparring sessions. Why not, bro? That is an untapped market. You know how many people would pay, I don't know, $10, $5 to have access to Gennady Golovkin sparring David Benavides, Bivol sparring Benavides? There, you can sell these freaking amazing sparring sessions and let the fans lose their fucking mind and be like, oh, dude, but Devin landed that punch. Oh my God, Tank Davis bitched out. Oh, but then Tank Davis can be like, look, bro, like, I just barely caught off the plane. This dude already been in camp for three weeks. Like, what the fuck? Of course I'm gonna tire out. But didn't you see me rock his shit? Don't you see in my, like, bro, there's so much things that boxing. Frustration, folks. Frustration. Let's see. Truly, Trey, good evening, Far brother. It's good to see you here once more. Abner, what's going on to you, brother? Hopefully everything's going well. Truly goes, I sometimes question if Al Heyman actually exists. Absolutely, bro. Al Heyman is the Stratton Strangler from The Office. You know, like, is it Floyd Mayweather? Is he the one running the shows? Is it Toby as the Stratton Strangler? You know, that's a reference for, you know, The Office, if you guys watched it. Like, bro, like, does Al Heyman really exist? Is he really running the shows? Supposedly, there's these little Al Heyman sightings, and this is how he looks, and he likes playing basketball, and he's a very charitable dude, and all of these things. But, like, they messed up so, like, whatever, bro. Like, I'm tired of these people, man. Warp Speed goes, todo bien, compa, todo tranquilo. Solo me interesa la pelea de Benavides por la relación de Canelo. No he visto videos recientes de Bostic entrenando, no tengo idea de su habilidad actual. The Mexican G goes, que huele, homeboys. Todo bien, mi amigo. Hope everything is well for you, bro. Al Heyman is an artificial intelligence module. Bro, I believe it, bro. I believe it. You know, this dude doesn't do no interviews, and it's interesting. He don't have to, but I'm just saying, like, it's an untapped market to engage. And a lot of these people, that's one thing I will never fault Ryan Garcia. Hold on, folks. I gotta, like, straighten out my computer before I break the. But that's one thing Ryan Garcia does really well, is that he engages damn near every single day with his fans, right? Whether he's donating or raffling his fight trunks that he did, knocked out Luke Campbell with, or signed gloves, or he's willing to give out a Birkin bag or a watch. That engagement goes a long ways, and he develops this cult-like following fan base that he can do no wrong, and he would kind of get away with murder because of that level of engagement, right? And all of these fighters need to follow suit. And not just these fighters, these promotional companies need that level of engagement. They need to hire a proper publicist that's a fucking fan for them and engage every single day with these people online and argue with them online. Public personalities for a company go a long way, not just a spokesperson. You know what I'm saying? For instance, Slim Jim. Bro, if you go to Slim Jim and, like, you'll sometimes find Slim Jim on the Instagram comments, and they're funny as Adi, bro. Adi Medi, bro. You're cracking one-liner jokes on, like, I don't know, pay-per-view fights, you know, on guys like Hoodville content. Like, Slim Jim be out there promoting like themselves like that. Stop. These promotional companies and these CEOs gotta stop thinking they're that much superior to the average fan and treat us like a fucking equal. Once you give us the respect of being a fan, because a lot of the times us fans, we know way more than our fucking amazing pound for pound fighters. We be reading all these bylaws, WADA laws, USADA, VADA, and these boxers don't know shit. We be knowing because that's like our passion. That's what we die for. Like, we're fucking nerds, bro. And it's okay with that. You get what I'm saying? Anyway, man. So we like that collectible type of stuff. We'll go nuts for a freaking Tank Davis trading card, a Floyd Mayweather, a Canelo Alvarez holographic shit, some animated poster. Like, hell yeah, bro. Like, give fans that access to the right to purchase those things. And I guarantee you we will show out, show love, and support. But again, these dudes that do the bare minimum and then complain that we steal through piracy. That's why that stuff is happening. Anyway, David Benavides likes pineapple on his pizza. I can't fault the man, bro. Because look, pineapple is savory, right? It's delicious. And why wouldn't you want it on a slice of pizza? I mean, pizza is like one of the most dynamic, incredible inventions of man, right? It's cut into a triangle. It's fun to eat. You know, it's packaged in a box and it's cut in circles. Like, bro, it's the whole Pythagorean theorem right there. The Fibonacci sequence. And David understands it. See, he engages amazingly with the fans. And that's why he really thoroughly enjoys pineapple on his pizza. Dude, I just watched an interview, right? And it was like culinary arts with Philo Greco. I think that's the chant, like the culinary boxer or something like that with Philo Greco. And, you know, they're walking around like Long Beach or whatever this fight's taking place in Las Vegas. And, you know, they're just going from shop to shop and David Benavides is eating all this cuisine. Let me see if I can Google it real quick. They might have taken it down because, like, I don't know, some chick in Long Beach was like twerking and shit. I don't know. And YouTube has like this. But you know, David Benavides was talking about his cuisine, his favorite foods, like chicken Alfredo. I like shrimp and stuff. That level of engagement is what I'm talking about, bro. That engagement goes a long ways because, you know, it's not like a weirdo that watched dog fights to get into character, you know, so he can prepare himself for a fight. Like that one dude that used to do that back in the 80s. You guys know what I'm talking about? Anyway, man, the Mexican G goes, oh, no, Warp Speed goes, saludos, Pachuco, saludos, orale, carnal, good evening, fall to you, all is well. I still think $24.99 is too expensive for a Canelo shirt. Well, you know what, man, like, Canelo is, like, when you go to his website, he has mediocre clothing. You know what I mean? Like, his shirts are, like, very, I don't know, bro, it starts with the color. The logo, it's okay, but I will say this. His no boxing, no life gloves, they feel fucking amazing. Like when you're hitting that bag, like bro, the horsehair that they have in terms of the material, it feels good on your hand, bro. That's a worthy investment. I love those gloves. They feel really good. They're like Cleto Reyes, but they feel really good. You got to be careful too, because if you hit really hard, I don't know if you guys train or hit mitts or like hit the bag, but you got to be careful because you feel like you don't break your fucking hand. Those no boxing, no love gloves, no boxing, no life gloves, they're amazing. They feel really good. Salute to Canelo for understanding that aspect. War Speed goes at El Pachuco. I will be honest, I haven't seen much from Volstik, and the bit I've seen has been good, yet not great. But it is an interesting fight only because we will see if Benny is a pound for pound. Well, we talked a little bit about Volstik. So I like Volstik. The most tricky part about Volstik is his footwork, right? But the way to beat David Benavides, there's many ways you can beat David. And Volstik might have these traits, but you need to hit David Benavides by body shots, and you're really going to rock his shit with uppercuts. You can also drop him with straight punches, but David's high guard will pretty much block all of them. Now, if Volstik is able to throw combinations, let's say he throws 1-2, 1-2, 1-2s down the pipe, I want to see if he's able to break through the guard, the high guard of David. If he's able to do that, then he can definitely knock down and knock out David with straight punches. But Volstik doesn't throw body shots, right? Other than a jab to the stomach. He doesn't throw uppercuts. He very rarely throws 3s and 4s. And babe, you can text me. Bye, babe. As I was saying, she calls me just to say if I want something and drink. Like, that's a simple text. Like, hey, you want some Gatorade? What was I talking about? Yeah, so Volstik, I don't know, man. At the age of 36, you know, he didn't really take that loss well, that knockout that Artur Beterbiev gave him. I'm not really impressed with Volstik. I don't think he's the man to beat David Benavides. Mainly because when I seen him, he was getting his ass beat by Adonis Stevenson. And when he fought him, he was 31 years old, give or take, and Adonis was 40. And Adonis was beating this dude up. Like, I thought Adonis was winning like 8 rounds to 2 going into the 11th round. Like, this thing was not close. Adonis was that dude. And Volstik, he was able to close the show in impressive fashion. But it's like he lacks confidence and his punching power and his ability to really hurt people. But he's very smart and very crafty in the sense that he understands when he lands a good shot and he'll look at you with his eyes open and he notices it and then he turns it up the notch. And then he starts throwing all these amazing combinations. Volstik is capable of beating David, but those last 3 fights that he had last year, and one was on the Canelo undercard of John Ryder, I'm not impressed of the people that he fought. I don't think Volstik is capable now, 10 years older than David Benavides. Like, I need to see the first opening rounds and then the later rounds if he's got that dog in him. Because I know that he can outbox David. I just don't know if they're going to give you a decision. They have a lot of, like promotional value, and David is one of PBC's biggest stars with a lot of potential upside. And I just don't know if they're going to give you the decision. And I don't know if Volstik is really there to make a statement. One of the things that I like about Volstik, though, I think it was on the Sean Saitel video and on his YouTube page. Volstik, they asked him a question like, how was the sparring when they sparred a couple of years ago? And he goes, honestly, man, I was overwhelmed. And David, he dominated me, but he goes, and I don't want to make any excuses, but I was barely coming back from the Ukraine and David was already training. But yeah, man, he beat me and he dominated me. And then Sean was like, oh, damn, like dominating? He goes, yeah, like I'm not going to lie. And I was like, huh, very interesting. Typically, they don't say things like that. And if you're able to talk about it, why not release a little bit of the footage? A lot of people love these cult sparring sessions like Amir Khan versus Manny Pacquiao, Jose Benavides when he was sparring Sergey Lipinets. Look, a lot of these amazing wars happen behind the scenes, and that's just an untapped market so you can engage with your fans. And I feel like if you're not okay with just putting it up on YouTube, sell it to people on OnlyFans for 99 cents and watch 500,000 people pay to watch that, and you just generated money for your end. Make a website and upload your, David Benavides, 300.com like Caleb Plant did, and he started selling merch. Do the same thing for yourself and upload, private content, that sparring sessions with amazing fighters that you've had. That's an untapped market. And a lot of people don't use it to the benefit. When there's all these resources and outlets where you can potentially do all these things. Let's see. Hopefully I'm not going back too much on the comment. Let me see. All right. Adi goes, I can see how David walks around at 200 pounds eating all that pineapple. Adi, yeah, man. That Mexican G goes, skill will speed. Everything is good. Just bored at work. Hope you're doing good as well. This is a true story. I don't normally give insight to my personal life, but I will say this. I used to do financial transactions for Floyd Mayweather overseas merchandise. So I can attest to the cheap material that Canelo is selling. Benavides got dropped by Ronald Gabriel. Jab, if my memory doesn't fail me. Yeah, it was a jab. Yeah. He got crossed like on a T-line formation, and he got a little sloppy, and then boom. He just threw a nice little jab that hit him right in the kisser. But again, it was more like he was off balance, got caught with a shot in between. He got up immediately, smiled. He knew he wasn't hurt, and Ronald Gabriel knew he wasn't hurt. That's why Gabriel didn't bounce on him. But to be fair, Gabriel, I thought he beat David that first fight. The greatest threat to Mayweather is a Harry Potter book. Absolutely, bro. Yeah, bro, 50 Cent. Oh, man, I really wanted his Rock Nation Sports to succeed. And I wish Broner way back then had signed to Rock Nation and 50 Cent. Like, bro, they would have done amazing fucking things. Like, I don't know too much about 50 Cent, but let's talk about him for a minute. 50 Cent, when it comes down to marketing, is a fucking genius. He came out with an amazing album. He came out with a PlayStation 2 video game. And he made Get Rich or Die Trying film. That is what I'm talking about that boxing needs. Tank Davis, make a fucking Grand Theft Auto video game, bro, about your life. Make a documentary about your life. Self-produced type of shit. Hire Spike Lee to help you with this stuff. Make a Tank Davis action figure, a Tank Davis card. Bro, why can't you guys learn from 50? That's all we're asking with fan engagement. Anyway, the first time El Pachuco goes, Little Giant Boxing has a video where he tours the No Boxing, No Life factory in Guadalajara with Chepo Reynoso as a humble host. Yeah, absolutely. I watched that video, man. It was actually really great. As big as that company would seem, I saw all the boxing gloves in an empty room on the ground. I was like, bro, can't you guys make some stands? Can't you have them packaged in nice little boxes? Why are they all on the ground? But again, I think they were barely, it was the foundations of that company. But yeah, absolutely. I love that video. And little things like that, those insights, or like back in the day, I don't know if it was MTV, but they used to show you like, hey, like not Pimp My Ride, but it was like a tour to my house. Why don't you guys give us not only a tour to like, yeah, bro, it's just, there's so much things that they can do. And it's not like I'm presenting anything new. It's just these fighters don't fucking tap into that market. It's very frustrating, bro. It's very frustrating. The first time Mayweather tried to read was on his own, was on his way to Disneyland. As he was arriving, he saw a sign that said Disneyland left. So he turned around and left. Y'all reading this, man? It's stupid, bro. We don't frown on getting personal about our own lives, but telling on others is a no-no. Do not talk about Canelo's gear. Oh my goodness. Don Reynoso showed him around. That's pretty rad. 50 Cent is a real gangster. Don't anyone mess with that guy. He knows how to survive and thrive. Yeah, man. Yeah, I just feel like that's like, for example, there's many times that Jose Benavides, the older brother of David, they had sparred one another. And they say that these sparring sessions get extremely heated, that they don't be talking to each other for weeks. Why don't you guys record it and engage with your fans? Like, you guys are already sparring one another. So show it to your fans. So you show it to your people, your fans, man. And watch 1.5 million views rack up. And be like, God damn. Imagine if Jose didn't get shot on his back leg. This dude could have been amazing. But again, there's just so much content that needs to be released, and that these guys fail to just understand the importance of just a friendly reminder that these fighters or these promotional companies, all they have to say is like, hey, we hear you guys. We understand why you guys are pirating. Rather than like, because see, when you guys make it into a situation where it's catch me if you can, we thrive off that shit. Get what I'm saying? To outsmart the fox type of thing. So we're going to continue to do it until you hear what we want, bro. Adi goes, I bought a Canelo shirt the other day, and the first day I put it on, I got surrounded by ducks. My son's godfather gave him a Canelo NBNL hat, and it's quality, no boxing alive. Because of inflation, he is no longer 50 cent. He's $1.75. This guy, dude. This guy, man. Hey, just a little head count, man. How many of you guys like pineapple on your pizza? I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I fucking love Hawaiian pizza. Pineapple and bacon on pizza. Little Caesars has always had $5 pizzas. For stuffed crust, $9.99. Oh my goodness, folks. I would love Little Caesars pizza. Pizza Hut was the first one, if I'm not mistaken, that had stuffed crust, cheese on their crust. And they used to be like $10. Then all of a sudden they started charging like $35, $40 for it. Their large was fucking a small pizza. Little Caesars always kept it real and consistent. They never changed. Maybe a couple of cents here. The deep dish is now close to $6, $5.75. Talk about feeding a family of 4. Salute to real companies like Little Caesars for helping us out like that. That shit goes a long ways. Why does Pizza Hut no longer exist? Because Little Caesars understands the people. I can put jalapenos on that bitch. I can put more toppings on it without having to spend $50 on a large, like Mountain Mike's. Don't get me wrong, Mountain Mike's and all these places, they're really good. But you know what I mean? Like, salute to Little Caesars, man, for understanding the human plight of everybody hates inflation. Wiener Schnitzel had some amazing ass commercials way back in the day where it was basically, you know, that movie that Seth Rogen did? It's called like Sausage Fest or whatever. Well, Wiener Schnitzel, you know, they're the ones that had the animated, you know, hot dog always running under people's instincts, and there was always these little innuendos. And then Wiener Schnitzel stopped doing that. And that's why nobody talks about them anymore. Their fucking hot dogs suck. Their commercials were no longer like a thing that you would look up into the commercial. Like, same thing with the Super Bowl. Their commercials and their halftime thing, they suck now, bro. Like, we would die for the commercials. We would be like, oh my God, they used to do these things like a decade ago. I think it was Doritos, where they would allow fans to produce a commercial. You would submit it, and the best commercial would be shown and displayed in the Super Bowl time, guys. That's what boxing needs, bro. If I can make a highlight promo, let me show that promo, you know, during, I don't know, your promotional situation of your event. You get what I'm saying? It's horrible. Anyway, I don't know if Drew or Speed are on here, but yeah, man, I'm not gonna really talk much longer, dude. You know what I'm saying? Kind of feel like I'm repeating myself. Hey, but what is Gucci, bro? How you been?
Good man, good. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, man, we've been talking about this for the past three lives, man. You know, we've been going live for a long time, man. A lot of hours that we put in the past couple days and stuff like that, man. But yeah, man. Whenever you're ready, I wanted to talk to you, but off air. You know, some dude said he know you and stuff like that, and I think you know him. But yeah, man.
Oh,
That just says some dude wants to wants your advice because he's like, you know, trying to box and shit. But you probably it has to do with the IG message I sent you. Uh,
oh man, I haven't even checked. I usually
that's
have all my
okay.
notifications off, but let me check real quick.
But yeah, man. Whenever Addy Meddy asked if I had my own channel. I don't. I like to I handle the homie Ricky podcast IG page. And that's what it is. I'll type it out right now. But that's my way of contributing. I'll put whatever warp speed or Rick is you know, doing. You know, Rick just goes live, and you know, I like to notify people sometimes. And then whatever Speed has, like as far as like his reaction videos, I'll post them on that page too. But I also make memes. You know, I make memes, so that's where they're at. And yeah, man, that's all I do, man. I figured like all my time, whenever I want to talk boxing, either you or Speed are up to do it on your guys' channel. So it's it's just the whole process, man. But yeah, man, it's yeah, yeah, man. What we were saying before that?
Yeah, no, man. It was just basically, you know, I was just that's because I read this article, right, on
Mhm.
boxing scene, and the title of the article goes "Pay-per-view Piracy Reaching a Crisis Point," and basically these
Mm.
companies are feeling the pinch that fans are stealing, right,
Yeah,
and they fail to address of why we're stealing. So
right.
I, you know, gave like a couple of reasonings of why people would gravitate towards, you know, pirating the
Yeah,
event and streaming it rather than purchasing it. And it's because this lack of this feeling of not being able to own what we purchase when we purchase the pay-per-view event. You see, like what I
yeah.
was saying is like if I spent $85, I want to wear out the money that I use. You get what I'm
Hmm.
saying? If I buy a $200 Pokemon card, so to some you'd be like, you're a fucking idiot. Why would you do that? It's just fancy shiny cardboard, right? But even with that, I can frame it, I can put it on a top loader, I can get it graded, or whatever the case may be. But it can last me a really long time if I take really good care of it. With a pay-per-view, you only view it one time, and then you have to basically enroll yourself in the Showtime subscription so you can see it the following weekend. Where I'm like, no, dude, it's like, for example, when you go to a movie theater, you buy a ticket for like $6, $5 Tuesdays, maybe $9.99 if it's a hot movie, and you know that you're only getting it one time on a showing. But you know what I can get to own is I can buy myself a popcorn, not a popcorn maker, but the popcorn bin. I can buy myself, I don't know, a Ghostbusters little car that's a popcorn tray for $25. That AMC merchandise that people be selling us, a lot of people purchase that. You can buy a pin, you can buy a Barbie blanket pillow, wear it on the, in the movie theater and take it home. Boxing needs to start copying every other business that's having that level of success, of merchandise, of ownership. Oh, I went to go watch Oppenheimer, and guess what? I bought a click pen that has the atomic bomb on the top. It's a nuke pen. Some shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. For example, for $80, I can buy myself the new Gears of War deluxe version. Mm-hmm. I can also buy that same game for $60, but digitally. But I love the cassette or the CD. Mm-hmm. I love the tangible case. I don't just want it digitally on a terabyte. I want to be able to open up the manual book. I can buy it for $200. I can buy the deluxe version, right? When it comes with like a character, a toy, a booklet, a battle pass or whatever's an extra thing. Boxing needs to start selling us packages, bro. If they do that, watch a lot of people tune in. For example, you can go to a Dodgers game. I'm a Giants fan, but you can go to a Dodgers game and you can buy, if you're one of the first 5,000 people of the, 40,000 people that the Dodger Stadium can sit. If you're the early 5,000, you get a Shohei Ohtani bobblehead. People fucking buy retail and all that stuff, and they instantly, once that bobblehead comes out, they try to sell it for like $2,000, $20,000 on eBay and shit. And then there's people that buy that stuff. Imagine what boxing could do on that untapped market.
Yeah.
Another thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me go one more step further. These StubHub centers, these fucking, those places that distribute the tickets, and then you have to basically pay like a transaction fee, and it's usually the damn price of a freaking of another ticket.
Bro,
where did that come from, bro?
Dude, that's just what it comes down to. It's the accessibility to go to it. You're pretty much paying for accessibility. It's easy to download an app and buying it when you're just 2 clicks away. It's taxing, right? It taxes the shit out of you.
Extremely, bro.
It's pretty much to make the whole thing feasible. It's to make like the app feasible because you're paying fees to help that thing run pretty much. And
Correct.
And that's the only reason why anybody would tax you. It's to pretty much make things more feasible. We talked about stupid prices like Ticketmaster, when we're trying to buy tickets and it comes out to like $200 more because it's the taxes have taxes. It's like fucking ridiculous. Like, yeah, man. Yeah, whenever you try, especially Ticketmaster, it's fucking horrible, man. It's horrible.
Like, look, maybe you guys can say I'm being a little bitch. Maybe you guys can say that, and you just be like, you know what, Ricky, you just sound broke, dude. I'm just like, I am broke, bro. And I'm just thinking to myself, it's like, like, don't play me like that, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, don't play me like that. Like, I don't know, man. It's just
because we are the fans.
Yeah, dude. Like, sometimes I just want to go to a game, not have to waste, like, I mean, and no one has to tell you, like, hey, dude, well, no one's telling you to fucking buy the pay-per-view, but I want to, bro. That's the thing. I want to support because I respect this shit. I'm like, we're a niche fan base, and we know boxing ain't popping like that, and I want it to be. But I know this is, if boxing were to be prevalent, like the NFL, they would even exploit us even more because these people and these promotional companies running game on us right now and exploiting their fans, they would do it 100 times over and over at 100 times the price. Because they would always come with this way of justifying, And they're just scumbags, bro. And that's why they've killed this beautiful sport of boxing, because they're not fans. They're just looking for an exploit.
So
Adi
yeah,
Medi goes, I'm going to throw you a curveball, Ricky. What about the folks that pay $500 to watch this event live? What should they get? Like, are you talking about like my live, this one, or are you talking about like the Davis live? Like,
because
what about the
that's the
folks?
thing.
Like, I don't know if you're cracking a joke. Like, I'm going
Yeah.
to throw you a curveball, Ricky. What about the folks that pay $500 to watch this event live? What should they get?
They saved up.
I would say this. Like, let's say, I don't know if you're talking about this live that I'm doing right now
Yeah.
with the StreamYard on the top right corner, but or you're talking about the Tank Davis event. But let's say it's a Tank Davis event, right? So Tank Davis for $500, okay, you're gonna get a collection of 10 cards. You're gonna get a pack. In that pack, there's gonna be 10 Tank Davis cards. Some are gonna be common, some are gonna be holographic, and some are going to be signed. Now, let's say there's 10 sets or 10 different drawings and displays. There's the one that he did a backflip on Mario Barrios. There's the one where he was gigging when he knocked down Jesus Cuellar. There's the one where he knocked down Ryan Garcia. You never know which one you're gonna get. So it's gonna be a rare card. For $500, you're gonna get a fucking badass action figure. That Tank Davis is, I don't know, let's say Tank Davis has an iconic saying. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's gonna say. Right? You're gonna get a hat. You're gonna get maybe a little, I don't know, what gloves does Tank use? Grant. Let's say you get one of those little Grant little things, keychains, and you can put either on your keychain or you can hang it on your car. Bro, there's just so many package deals that I can give you on for $500. You get what I'm saying? And if that's not enough, you know, for the people that pay, there's gonna be a buyer giveaway. For $500, you're going to be able to join a raffle that allows you to win the gloves that Tank Davis wore that night. So imagine if there's 50,000 people that bought that package deal, you get that, I don't know, 0.5% chance of winning that signed gloves. Talk about that. That should be amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
ID
evolving.
goes, there's $1,000 ticket for a Taylor Swift ticket, and the seats were inside the bathroom stall.
Mm,
Wait,
crazy.
$1,000 for a
He's being
Taylor Swift
sarcastic.
ticket, and the seats were inside the bathroom stall.
He's being sarcastic.
Dang, that's crazy. I mean, look, I mean, you might be being facetious, but I
It's a
know
joke.
girls that sell farts on a jar, and people be buying that shit. So I mean, we're not that far removed from selling tickets on a bathroom stall. Tank Davis event, bro. Let's use that as an example. Got you, man. And Pachuco goes, they should have a raffle for a super pack where the winner gets multiple officially signed merchandise. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, and then like, for example, the music business, where that idea comes from is from music. Tekashi 6ix9ine, he would sell a lot of albums, and then these album companies that were like, no, we're just talking about streaming services, or just what people actually buy your music. But he goes, well, a lot of people buy my merchandise with the CD, but they started to eliminate, oh no, those package deals no longer count. Why shouldn't they no longer count? It's part of the package deal. And that engagement goes a long ways. Like, for example, I don't know about you guys. Like, I love still the YouTube. I love all these streaming devices. But you know what I also miss? I do miss a CD. I do miss the case. I do miss the album cover where you open up the book and there's like 15 tracks, and there used to be like a little detailed explanation of that. Now, I don't what do you call it? Not forget, but I didn't mind the big ass CD player that you would shove in your big ass pocket or your pant pocket. Like, I don't miss that. But just the fact that it was a tangible type of thing, you would collect CDs, that was dope, bro. You know that thing where you used to insert all of your CDs, whether they were like downloaded off LimeWire, and you would hold it on a like a CD case. That goes a long ways. Now, don't get me wrong. For efficiency purposes, YouTube like made all that freaking an antique. But that level of like collectible ability goes a long ways, man. I'm just saying, like, especially with boxing, they're just not innovative. They're not implementing any new ideas that aren't relatively new. They're just lazy. And that's just the reality of what it is. I didn't want to talk about certain things because I think Speed was supposed to go live and address like Turkey Al Sheik, and like his situation of what he's trying to do with his boxing league. So I'll leave that up to Speed. Tank Davies. Okay, the super pack would be amazing. What kind of gloves to Tank use according to Frank Martin's girlfriend, Trojan? Damn. Yeah, no, I mean, he's got that Ray J thing going on with Kanye. He's like, oh, I hit it first, buddy. I hit it first. Hey, yo,
Facts.
whatchamacallit, Drew.
What's up, man?
Let me ask you this, bro. Let's just say a hypothetical. If Tank Davis was selling you a $200 pay-per-view event, would you buy it? Just a fight. Just a fight.
No.
No. Now, let's say if he were to sell you the same $200 pay-per-view fight with him and Frank Martin, but you get a pair of let me see, not a pair. Let's say you get okay, let's just say this. You get a Tank Davis signed boxing card. That's it.
What if it's not just ordinary?
No, it won't be. It won't be. It's gonna be badass. It's gonna be holographic. It's gonna be a badass image. Preferably because you bought that event. Let's say he knocks out Frank Martin. It'll be the knockout. They're gonna get the best picture that they can, make it holographic, make it a badass card, and it's gonna be, I wouldn't say graded, but it could be in a plaque, or it could be like in a good fucking case, and then you can get it graded. And sometimes, depending, he's gonna sign a certain ones. Would you willing to gamble for $200 for
that? If it had an autograph, yeah, but if it's just a card, then nah.
Okay, let's go to El Pachuco's point. What about another raffle where the winner of the raffle gets to hang out in the boxer's dressing room before the fight and maybe have the opportunity to walk out the fighter?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Would you be willing to gamble $500 for that?
500? Yeah.
But then you're gonna get like more package deals and shit like that, and you can go to eat. If you win, they're gonna get, just for the raffle, you're gonna get much more things, but you also get that opportunity for the buyer giveaway to join maybe Canelo eating his pre-fight meal or his post-fight meal after the fight, or just kick it with him and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, any more accessibility, man. Hell yeah.
Why? You use that amazing word, accessibility, fan engagement. That's what I'm saying in Pachuco. These dudes don't do that stuff. And guess what? They used to do shit like that, bro.
They used to
do it. Like, I mean, they still, like, I don't know if boxing did it, but I know the NFL do it. They do like that
cheapskates.
Like those charity things where like the little kids playing flag football or the junior Giants play. Then they go to like the stadium and go to the locker rooms and take pictures with the athletes on training camp. Why doesn't boxing do that shit? Like, I should talk to my boy Ruben Villa. He be doing stuff like that. But then, he not big like Canelo Alvarez like that. You know what I'm saying? But he understands that aspect. And it's just like, that's what these guys need to do. That's what Tank Davis needs to do. And I guarantee you, if he did his tour and he was working out, there'd be probably 10,000 people. If his gym is in Baltimore, they would be just watching, bro. Like, that would be amazing. Like, you know what I mean? Or like, hey, Tank, let me spar you for 30 seconds, bro. You know what I mean? And you pay $10 to spar Tank just for 30 seconds. You know how many people would do that just to see how, like, well, punch me in the chin, bro. See how that shit feels. Punch me in the stomach. They had people like Victor Ortiz punch him in a radio show host. Or Canelo punched a fan. Like, that level of engagement actually goes a long fucking ways. And then you can catch them. You can have a videographer right there on the side recording your reaction. Be like, oh! And they just freeze frame that, and then they print it out and give it to you. Like, yeah, dude, that's a punch from Tank Davis. That's the face that you made. That's the moment that you got your air knocked out, and it's something that you'll always live for the rest of your life. But I would take a fucking, I don't know if I would want my rib broken, but you get what I'm saying? Like, bro.
I could only imagine the facial expression.
Dude, fuck that, dude.
Your hair's all
like
flying.
The meme where they asked, yeah, absolutely, the meme, dinner with Jay-Z or 500K. Yeah, bro. I mean, I'm easily taking that 500K, but I'd buy Tank's ankle monitor.
That's hilarious, bro.
That's man. Like, little things like that, bro. Like, I'm not saying that we're suckers for it, but that's the type of stuff that, like, these promoters and these fighters themselves have to take initiative and start implementing Because again, we talked about it. All of these guys are promoters nowadays. They have
Yeah.
the Tank Davis promotions. So then start acting like it.
Yeah.
Start
Yeah. No,
acting.
they.
Start acting like it. Don't leave all the power to the Steven Espinosas or to the Amazon Primes or to the Al Haymans of the world to do what you're supposed to already be doing. You see,
And you know
football,
what?
they
Yeah.
start following these kids since high school. There's high school football on TV, Friday game of the week. They start following to college. They used to have NCAA college games, right? They banned it for a while because these athletes wanted some money, not just stipends, and then they're bringing it back up again. And then they go into the NFL. So by the time they're 21 years old in the NFL, they already have like 1.2 million followers. And they already have a fan base, not just from the hometown, but the country already fucking knows them. Boxing, you can't even record these amateurs because there's like some USA guidelines type of thing. You get what I'm saying? Like you can't really do that. There's no college for these boxers. So we're so far behind, and that's where we talk about exploitation, not just the fighter but the fan. And they just have to implement, like, they're so far behind, and the lack of structure, the lack of that, not intuition, but that genuine ability to engage with their people, their fans, and to do a little more, to actually give a fuck, not just pimp us out for 40 million in totality, right? Everything has to make sense. And that's why people are pirating your guys' content, because your content is fucking mediocre and it deserve $100 worth. That's just the reality. These fights that are happening on Saturday, you know what I mean? I know these guys are risking their lives. I get it, but it's not a pay-per-view event. Tank versus Frank, David versus Volstick. In what world? You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
Um, El Pachuco goes,
yeah.
yeah, man, that's what MMA fighters do. A fan asks the fighter to hit him at 10%. Imagine you get to hang out in the dressing room of one of your favorite fighters and you have to take a massive dump. Discúlpame, Canelo. Me hicieron daño los frijolitos. Dude, and you know what? That would be like a realistic, like that's a realistic situation that would happen. Like you're probably nervous. You're probably on this plane flight. You're fucking, holding it in, and in that moment, you're even more nervous. You got the butterflies in your stomach, and you're already farting on the way to the dressing room, and be like, "Hey, man, like, tengo que ir al baño primero, bro." That's funny, bro. That's funny stuff. But yeah, man, I don't really got too much. I just wanted to go on and just rant a little bit about pay-per-view buys versus piracy. And I need to another thing, man. Have we even seen any promotion for Tank Davis versus Frank? I mean, I know on the PBC they have like volume 1, volume 2 of training camp, but I feel like that's all these guys do. They just do a little bit of a little bit of a vlog, and that's it. That's like the bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? That's the bare minimum. And PBC has been doing this for a really long time, and it goes like this. And this is one thing that I like the Zone and what they do. Their editors, when a fight happens, they immediately edit the fight and actually give you full fight highlights. PBC would call it full fight highlights, and it'd be like 59 seconds long, and it would be the worst 59 seconds of your life. You'd be like, what the fuck is this? And they show you 3 minutes. It's not even the highlights. It's just like a little teaser. I'm sorry, PBC, but you're not that good, bro. Your content isn't that good. It's a
Yeah.
joke. It's a joke. And yo, Speed, are you here? Are you gonna go live, bro?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Are you gonna me?
No, no, Speed,
Speed?
Speed.
Okay.
But
Yeah, I just didn't
yeah,
want to.
Drew, like, well, what do you think, bro? Like, you think, yeah,
You know
man.
what I see? You know what I see, right? So this whole thing with Al Sheik, uh, they're gonna set some shit up like that. Um, they're gonna create like an ecosystem where it's fan friendly, and it's also gonna be like say I am not happy with the fight that I have, right? Or the fight that I bought, right? I can trade that value. Say I can trade that value in. This is what they should do. I can trade that value in, and I should be able to watch that fight as a replay whenever I want because I paid for it, right? And say I don't want it anymore, and it's that video still holds value, right? And it's also gonna complicate a lot of shit on YouTube because they like to post shit on YouTube right after, but like I would say they should do that, and then be like, "Oh, you didn't like the fight? Then give us the video back, and we'll give you whatever value that is worth." And then you can save that money on the side in an account, kind of like when we're betting.
Yeah,
You're betting, you lose, and then you kind of get reward points because you've been using it. It should be somewhat like that. Create like an ecosystem like that. That would be smart. I don't want to tap into the crypto part, but shit,
yeah,
maybe like it can be something like that. But I'm saying
absolutely.
that's a good idea, no?
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Like what you're proposing is amazing. Imagine every single time you purchase a pay-per-view, they give you, I don't know, some boxing crypto money where they created a boxing universe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you can engage and like train there, and Tank is there and you're socializing with him. Like Luka Doncic, right? He plays
Mm-hmm.
video games, right? He'd be playing, I don't know, some fucking Apex Legends type of shit, some Fortnite, and he's engaging with people. And then you're like, hey, dude, what do you do? Imagine doing that, but like on a virtual reality thing. Let me go to a sidestep real quick, man.
Yeah.
Toys R Us, right? Toys R Us, when we were kids, that was like the go-to spot for toys. But what happened to Toys R
I'll
Us?
tell you what happened. I'll tell you what happened.
Go ahead.
They went out of business, right? Because we're in a time right now where technology is advancing, but these toys are actually advancing themselves. Like they're actually connecting to the Wi-Fi. They're connecting to Bluetooth, and they're giving you more than just a toy now, and that's what's happening with technology. That's why Toys R Us came back into demand, because there's so many new gadgets and new toys that they can be selling for
Yeah,
a profit, and that's what happened. They closed down, and then this mini evolution of technology has been going on. Like before, I'm not sure what year they closed down, but that's what's been happening with all these fucking toys. NFTs, or actually there's some toys that Gary V sells, and they're called V Friends. They're NFTs as well.
yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like the evolution of technology has actually made Toys R Us better. Because they advanced their shit.
Probably. But let me tell you
Yeah.
this. Look, if I'm one of the CEOs of Toys R Us, my goal is to get you through my fucking door. I want you to go through the electrical doors. I need you to come into my warehouse or the Toys R Us store. How do I get you to I don't need you to spend. I just need you to walk through those doors. Once you walk through those doors, I guarantee you're going to spend, or you're going to see something that catches your attention. But my goal is to catch your attention so you can enter my building first. How do I do that? What you just described. I incentivize you walking through those doors for free. Every single time you walk through those doors, I'm gonna cap you of 3 stops per day. You get 1 point. If you get up to 1,000 points, that equates to $15 of credit that you can purchase one of my toys.
Yep.
My goal is to not try to sell you a toy. My goal is to get you so you can be at my store.
Mm-hmm.
Once you're there and I incentivize you just for doing a simple gesture of walking in, my parking lot is going to be fucking full. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to reward you with some points, and those points are going to be used for you to purchase, I don't know, a certain selection of toys. I not only want to get you through those fucking doors, right? I have to reward you and make it an amusement. So not only will I create this app where there's treasure hunts throughout the store, you can scan your phone here and it gives you like a little, I don't know, like a little teaser, like a little riddle. And if you can solve it and locate that store, that little spot where an amazing hidden toy is at, and make it like an amusement maze or some shit like that, you're entertained based on free stuff.
Yeah.
I'm guarantee you, once you find that rare toy, a million more people are gonna go there. I'm basically making a cheap version of Disneyland without charging you anything. Once you manipulate the brains and understand that dopamine factor, right, of getting you through the door without needing you to spend, I did my fucking job. That's why Toys R Us failed. Besides the lack of good toys that they created, there used to be a movie, I don't know, 30 years back then. It was called Toy Soldiers, if I'm not mistaken. Those toys were mechanically moving. They would talk. and they basically had cameras. Why can't you make a dope ass fucking toy for like $350 that is your alarm clock, it's your light, it wakes you up. Hey, good morning, Rick. It's Sunday, the 25th. It's gonna be 55 degrees. Good morning to you. And he talks to you, right? Kind of like Siri would talk to you. Those are the type of things that you have to implement that little idea for toys into boxing. Once they understand that it's no longer a want and you're almost making it a need, and you give me points, it's gonna go a long ways for any type of purchase. You get what I'm saying? For any
Yeah.
pay-per-view. If you bought 5 pay-per-views in the past year, you get 1 pay-per-view for free this upcoming year.
Yep.
Some type of shit like that. Buy one, like a BOGO, buy 2, get 1 free type of shit, or buy 1, get half price off. Little
Eddie
things
Hearn.
is just simple consumerism. Give me a ticket. Give me in the sense that like, you enrolled into this app. Here's 25% off your next purchase. Small soldiers. Yeah, I think I call them toy soldiers. Yes, sir. Adi Medi. Little things like that. That's why Toys R Us failed, and that's why they only own a little corner spot of a section store of Macy's. Anyway, bro. I don't know if Adi Medi. I don't know if what's his name, Turki Al Sheikh, is able to solve these problems, because at least from what I see, he doesn't think this type of way. But he at least understands content, and he's willing to, make movie-like trailers for his promos of his fights. And that level of thinking, he's willing to make like old school Street Fighter, Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou little computer games. That level of thinking is very good. That level of thinking is really good. And if he's able to own all of those promotional companies, I think he's in the right standing of understanding fans. And we care about that shit. And like, I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. I be recording some of those YouTube promos, the zombies and stuff. Cause dude, it's amazing fucking content. I'm like, dude, imagine they fucking went one step further and made it a mini series, a boxing mini series where Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury are fucking zombies and shit like that. Bro, it'd be fucking hilarious. Anyway, dude. Where'd you go, Speed? Taking a dump? Yeah, the zone is the best with the post-fight highlights. My father-in-law's birthday today. He's a great man, and the family is awesome. So I took a little while to kick it. We'll hop on soon. It's 1:08 p.m. Here in Tokyo. Speed. I got all day, baby. You in Tokyo today? Or are you referring to small soldiers? Big Turkey, if you're listening, take advice. Yes, Speed. Do you know how we call toilet paper here in Tokyo?
He doesn't get it.
I know, but like, I don't know if Speed's on, but
yeah. That's
anyway,
crazy,
fellas, that's all pretty much I got to talk about, man. My little rant. But yeah, man. Kika kakita. You know what, man? That used to be like a joke that my mom used to know. I already kind of knew the answer, but yeah. I was waiting if Speed remembered that one. My mom used to tell us that joke in Spanish. Fucking hilarious.
Ha 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 ha.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, man, he needs to. If Turkey's listening, man, he needs to take her advice, man. He's gonna do something like that. He listens, man. He listens to different podcasts. That's what, from what I've been hearing. He has people listen to other podcasts, even the smallest ones. He even actually hit up the dude from BDA or whatever that podcast is, and
Yeah.
it's not even that big. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's big, but it's, I'm pretty sure he has his eyes peeled out, and he kind of knows the next steps. I'm just hoping and praying he does something to what, like, I have a strong feeling too that he's gonna do like something like that to actually decentralize. That's what really a good. I'm not sure if that's a good word. He's like decentralizing like all these fucking. What happened? What's funny?
Huh? No, I don't know. I'm not laughing.
Oh, I thought you were laughing. But yeah, man. He needs to like decentralize or like make it easier, like, make it its own economy. That way we're not relying on on the people too much. Like, it needs to be its own ecosystem, like where value is being traded at all times. It's like with those videos, like that is such a good idea. And there should only be like so many of them available type of thing.
Yeah.
Um and that's what makes it, a good thing, like, give me value for trading in this video, or like give me credit for paying for this and let
Yeah.
it hold value.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Give me value or give me death type of shit.
Yeah.
But nah, man. Absolutely, man. But hey, guys. On that note, I'm gonna call it a wrap, man.
All right,
Thank
man.
you guys for tuning in on this Thursday night. Eat some great food, man. couple more days for the weekend, a couple more days for this very interesting Saturday filled with a lot of amazing fights, whether it's on Amazon pay-per-view or the ones on the Zone. And I think there's even fights tomorrow. Or I don't know if Pro Box had some fights today, but yeah, man, just a lot of great implications that these fights can have, a lot of upsets that can occur, or maybe just the favorite fighters. Salute to Elijah Garcia. He's going to be fighting Kyron Davis. Should be a really interesting fight. Kyron Davis went 7 or 8 rounds, 7 to 10 rounds with David Benavides. I think he can take Elijah the distance, but I think Elijah will win. I was really impressed with the young kid from Arizona, especially in his last fight on the undercard of Canelo Alvarez versus Jermell Charlo. He showed a lot of poise, and what an amazing performance that he had against Armando Resendez. Then, of course, you have Gary Antoine Russell fighting, I believe his name is Alberto Puello. Never seen Puello fight, to be honest with you. He could be a very interesting style, but I think Antoine will continue his 100% knockout ratio. Then, of course, you have David Benavides. You have Mark Magsayo fighting on the undercard as well. And it's a nice stacked card. With that being said, on the Zone, you have Subriel Matias fighting Leon Paro. Subriel Matias is a scary dude, guys. He's scary, and I need to see what Leon Paro has in store for Subriel, because Subriel has been fighting a lot of undefeated fighters, and a lot of them are southpaws. That last guy, Ergashev, I think he's a little better and hits harder than Leon Paro. So I'm going to be interested to see what Leon Paro can do in terms of footwork and how great his grit and his chin is, because Subriel will touch him. Maybe Paro hits hard enough and catches Subriel off guard that Subriel can't just stand there in the pocket like he did versus Jeremiah Sponce, the Argentinian, who threw like 500 punches in 4 rounds and landed a lot of brutal shots, and Subriel took it well. It's going to be really interesting. I don't know, folks. I would say definitely tuned in to whatever fight you guys want to tune in. If you can catch them all, even great. But regardless, whether it's my rant about, pay-per-views, I never said that you should never buy these pay-per-views. I'm just saying you have to incentivize us to continue to buy some more. On that note, let me see. Let me read a couple of Adi Medi goes. Adi, you are Mexican. You gave yourself away. My mom used to tell me those jokes. No, verdade. A gente gosta da azul e no cara. I don't know what that is. I grew up on these jokes. My parents told them to me as a child. Mexicano, Mexicano now. Don't pass yourself as a Brasileño, because I falla Portugués. I hinted, these guys, man, they just go on Google. They just go on Google Translate and just be like,
I know.
but you'll never guess where I'm from. But on that note, folks, y'all have a good Thursday night, and I'll see you guys. I don't know, maybe a post-fight reaction or something like that. But Drew, like always, bro, thank you for tuning in, bro. And yeah, man, see you guys on the next one.
Oh man, peace.